Alright guys, today I'm at the Art Fair in Brooklyn. I'm so excited to be here with Hannah. Hannah, how are you today?
Yeah, great thanks. The sun is shining and it's a really great day here at the fair, so feeling good.
I feel like this episode is going to be so much chic than the average episode because of your accent. I love a good British accent. I won't do it because I can't, but let's get into it. So we're going to be walking with Hannah. Thank you so much for your time, Hannah. I'm so excited to hear all about it. And you previously mentioned you also do the other art fair in London.
Yes, yeah. So we host the other art fair all across the US and in London too. We have 2 a year, March and October. So yeah, just over here visiting for this one and taking you around today. So it's exciting.
So do you know how many artists are here today in total?
Yeah, we've got over 120 in this edition. So we've got a new features artist and a couple of features artists too. But yeah, everyone's here exhibiting their own work, representing themselves, no gallery representation. So it's pretty great. It's nice to see all the variety for sure, which we'll get stuck into.
I love that. And I have to say, this is such a good space. Because I usually I did an interview before last year at the other location.
Okay, yeah,
and this is so much better because it's much more wider, brighter, and you get to see the art much better.
Definitely, and the ceilings are so lovely and tall. These amazing windows, which it's great because you can see the light in all different, literally like in all different lights. So it's fantastic.
I love that. It feels more inviting. You don't feel like as rushed. You can like soak in the art and the artist.
Definitely.
What do you hope that the visitor coming to the Art Fair in Brooklyn takes away when they leave?
Well, I hope a piece of artwork. That would be fantastic. But also to be inspired, I think, by like what they're seeing here, and just to have met an artist and had like a really meaningful conversation that it like ignites something in them for creativity and allows them to kind of be inspired by, you know, what they've seen on the wall. Maybe they want to go home and paint themselves, or they come back and you know, re-engage with the artist at another time in the future, and purchase from them at a later date. But yeah, I think the whole atmosphere just lends itself to this kind of creative buzz. So you really hope that people go away from it feeling energized by what they see on the walls, basically. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Was there any like challenges compared to this space versus the other one that might have like seemed like difficult? But I'm sure in the end it worked out because it looks fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I think this space really lends itself to what we're doing here because it's all on one level. It's pretty accessible once you're getting inside. It allows us to keep like quite a uniform approach in terms of all the aisles. So it feels like all the space is quite well matched, which is really great. But yeah, I mean, they're different venues. They have different personalities, but I really think this suits our branding really nicely, actually.
And how is it for you, like the culture scene and the vibes? Like, what do you think is different from this art scene in Brooklyn versus the one in London?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think we're quite similar. Like, we attract a cool crowd of people that are interested in art and kind of wanting to be here to like immerse themselves in it all. But I think the London and the New York scenes are slightly different in that we get kind of more homeowners, like new buyers in London. Like there's not such a like heavy rental market perhaps. So here we're kind of looking for, I don't know, it seems a bit younger. The crowd's like a tiny bit more kind of just a bit different, I guess.
I love that. And I like how there's like a diverse of artists here. Is there anything that you guys try to highlight more? Like, do you kind of like break the percentage of like how many like painters, sculptures?
I mean, we get so many applications. I think we have quite an amazing like opportunity to just pick from such a diverse range that it ends up kind of happening that we have like a sculpture artist, a painter, like a portrait artist. It's just honestly, that's the main thing that we have globally is just such a like diverse range of artists in the room. So no matter what you're looking for, you usually can find something. And if a visitor says to me like, "Oh, I didn't see what I was looking for," I'm like, maybe you weren't looking hard enough because there's definitely something here for everyone, for sure.
What's something you think that visitors should not miss while visiting the Art Fair?
So we've got a lot of really exciting features at this edition. We're going back in time and exploring a bit of nostalgia core. So we've got Brian Jester at the front entrance with his bicycle installation, which is really exciting, and it kind of like takes that nostalgia theme of popsicles and kind of takes you back to the beach and thinking about when you capturing those moments in the sun. So if you want a bit of a rewind, that's definitely a nice thing to hit. And then we've got a few other elements of that around the room too. So we've got Marge Rendell's piece at the end there, and she's taken some kind of computerized images and kind of added some ship-like landscapes to that as well. And you can go and have a look at that and kind of just take a moment to compose and think about space and your thoughts and feelings as well. And then we've also got Hannah Grout at the element that we haven't seen yet. And she's created this amazing little wishing well. So visitors are invited to go and drop in a penny. And yeah, just make a little wish there. Signs installation. They're working with the New York Sign Gallery to bring us these vintage signs. The bar's kind of decorated with 5 or 6 big, huge signs that have been sort of thrifted or obtained by the New York Sign Museum. So this is a really cool project that's obviously really close to the team's hearts, working here in London, and it looks really cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
Was this something that you guys kind of like planned before, or was it like a collab that kind of just happened like organically?
So the New York team actually contacted these guys and got them involved, and they also designed our limited edition tote bag, which you can pick up at the front as well.
And is there something that collectors and artists should keep an eye on, like regarding trends and anything this year?
I think it's such a diverse range of artists. There's definitely trends of kind of bright colours and florals as we're coming into spring and autumn. But I think that there's definitely like the bright colours, the poppy artwork. There's a lot of street art at this fair as well. But I think really the main thing for people coming to the fair is to pick up and make sure you're contacting and speaking to all the artists, but looking through prints and originals, paperworks, starting off your collection if you maybe don't have as big of a budget, but also thinking about those kind of key pieces, picking up from artists as they're kind of starting out their journey, or they're sort of still in this phase of representing themselves at our fair, because you never know what will happen in the future as they kind of, you pick up a piece and then 10 years down the line, you don't know how much what it means to you in value is irrelevant, but it could mean something else to someone in the future.
And what do you think makes this art fair unique compared to others?
I think it's the artist representation. So it's completely free of galleries, and the most amazing part of it is that everyone that buys is meeting the person who created the piece they're purchasing, right? So you can talk about the process, you can talk about what inspired them to take the picture or create the collage or whatever it is you're looking at. So I think it is really that key moment of being the artist for the first time, or coming back and meeting an artist that you've met before as well. It's really great.
I love that. And you seem to be a lot in art. Is there anything that you do for yourself, like regards to painting or visiting museums? Is there something that you do to kind of relax?
I do definitely go to a lot of art shows in London back home and make sure we're kind of getting out to all the different cultural events. But also a lot of our artists have their own individual pop-ups and exhibitions. So yeah, it's great. We just sort of go and make sure we're seeing as much as we can at all times. So yeah, it's really fun.
And do you have any advice for next year artists that want to buy and exhibit?
We we're free to apply. So if you do want to send in an application, you're absolutely welcome to do so. Just make sure that your application is super cohesive and you've got a really strong 4 images that you're ready to apply with. We say it's best to apply with a cohesive collection of works, just so we get an idea for a collection that you're bringing to the site. And if that changes and you add to it between the time of applying and exhibiting, that's absolutely fine too.
Can you tell us about the features artist this year?
Yeah, so every edition we give away one complimentary booth to one artist, and it's a completely different way to apply, so it's not through the usual application route. Basically, it's called the New Features Award, and Sumin is our winner. She's just up here on the left, and she makes these amazing stained glass pieces, cut glass, and the light in here is really kind of helping her practice actually, because you can see it coming through. And the New Features Award, as I say, is a complimentary space that we offer out for one per edition, and the credential is that you basically just haven't had a solo show before, and then it's free to apply. And the stand is also complimentary, as I mentioned. So yeah, it's a great way to sort of get rid of those barriers, financial barriers to applying otherwise.
You guys have this every year?
Yes, and all of our editions across the world.
And you said that artists can apply art fair franchise?
Yes, yeah, you can apply. The link's always on our apply page at the same time as our regular applications. Yeah.
That's so exciting. And do you mind sharing like the Instagram handle?
Yeah, of course. It's just at.
Perfect. All right, Hannah, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm so excited to walk around and meet other artists and interview them. I really appreciate taking the time to be on the podcast. Hopefully we see each other in London at the other art fair. We'd love to catch up.
Can't wait to welcome you.
I will not torture you with my wannabe accent, a British accent, but it was again a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.